He was just 17, an Indigenous teenager caught in Australia's foster care system. No stable home, no parents, no sense of security. Just a child trying to survive in a world stacked against him. He didn't grow up with safety. He grew up with systems and strangers paid to keep him alive, but not necessarily cared for. And on one of the most vulnerable days of his life, when he was crying, shaken, suicidal, instead of help, he got humiliation. This is not just one boy's story. It's a reflection of a larger crisis, a system that's forgotten how to protect its children, especially those who need care the most. He told the officers he had no parents. He was scared. He wanted to die. He needed someone, anyone, to stop, to care, to see his pain, but instead, he was met with cruelty. A police officer looked him in the eye and said, "Are you thinking of necking yourself?" Then added, "You wouldn't have the guts to do it anyway." He was a child, treated like a threat, not a person, not a human being who needed compassion. Other officers were there. Some smirked. Some stood silently. None intervened. None helped. This moment was caught on a police body camera, and when it leaked, the public was horrified. But for many Indigenous Australians, it wasn't surprising. It was familiar. It was what they had been saying for years. That the system doesn't see their children as children. That their pain is ignored. That their cries are silenced. He had been moved from home to home, told to adjust, told to be strong, disconnected from culture, surrounded by strangers, alone. The older he got, the more the system saw him as a threat. Not a child, not a survivor. He hadn't hurt anyone. He wasn't violent. He was being processed. It was supposed to be routine, but there was nothing routine about how he was treated. He was disposable. When the footage surfaced, Indigenous leaders spoke out. They called it psychological abuse. Mental health experts said it was a failure of care. The chief police officer called it unacceptable. An investigation followed. But for many, it was too late. Because the issue wasn't just one officer. It was culture. Silence. A system where abuse is ignored. Where Indigenous kids are more likely to be removed. More likely to be locked up. More likely to be treated like they matter less. In Australia, Indigenous children are 11 times more likely to be in out-of-home care. That's not new. It's been known for years. But nothing changes. And this story is one of many. He survived the watch house. But what did he leave with? Shame. Humiliation. The belief that adults in uniform could hurt him without consequence. Those wounds do not fade. And for many, they never heal.